Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in to today's second video. We're going to have a look at the weather for the next 10 to 14 days. In today's second video, day 10 will take us to around the 30th of March. We'll be able to extend out beyond that, extended GFS and ECM ensembles. They run around a couple of weeks. Have a look at CFSV2 at the end of the video. For the next 4 weeks, that'll take us into the middle of April, of course. I'll get on that for you in a second. Just say that the first video release day was a week ahead forecast, and we've got the first Easter update coming up for you this evening. So Easter is now within the time frame of the extended GFS, and so we'll have our first Easter update ahead this evening. If you enjoyed the video, please smash the like button. Let us know in the comments what you think. But make sure you subscribe to our channel. Our subs are currently standing at 10,764. So we're trying to get ourselves to 11,000 subscribers. The subs aren't moving very much at the moment. They're very, very slow, as they always are in the spring. You know, it just all slows down a lot when you come out of winter and you reach these quiet March and April days. But things should start picking up again as we get into the summer, hopefully. But yeah, at the moment things are pretty quiet. We're trying to get to 11k. I think probably gonna have to wait until like June time before we get to 11,000 subscribers, if we can even do it then. But yeah, so please give us a sub if you aren't yet subscribed, and tell your friends, family, everybody else to subscribe as well. Thank you so much, everybody, for doing that. Right, let's start off with video then. So this is how the GFS upper air temperature and precipitation ensembles are looking for the next couple of weeks. The red line is a 30-year upper air temperature average for London. So we're above average with the upper air temperature at the moment. We're going to stay mild average as well over the next few days. Into next week, latter part of next week, there's a little bit of a drop in the temperature appearing associated with some rather more unsettled, only for a few days though. And then we're relatively mild as we come to the end of March and into the early part of April. Overall, we're going to have a mild average couple of weeks coming up. Starting off pretty dry as well over the next few days. Later next week, we cover this in weekend forecast. Later next week, it will start to turn more unsettled. And these unsettled conditions then will take us through to the end of March and into the beginning of April. So it looks like the Easter period at the moment could be a little bit on the unsettled side. But I'll have more about that tonight, of course, when we do our first Easter update. Temperature anomalies from the 20th of March to the 28th are going to be slightly above average for England and Wales, near and north for Scotland and for Ireland. Still quite cold across many parts of Europe, you'll notice. Precipitation anomalies from the 20th of March to the 28th. Wetter than average in the northwest, drier than average in the south and east. Gradually turning more unsettled, I think, as we go through the course of next week. Latest wind flow map from earthnullschool.net shows that we're under high pressure, so we're high and dry again today. And we will be on Tuesday as well, away from western Scotland anyway, where we'll have a band of cloud and patchy rain moving in from the Atlantic. Overall, Tuesday is still under high pressure with the UK Met Office model today. High pressure gradually weakens into Wednesday, but still enough really to give a lot of dry weather to many parts of the country. It's Thursday and Friday, but low pressure will start to move in from the Atlantic, finally beginning to liven things up a little bit and bring some rain and stronger winds in from the Atlantic Ocean. That will blow away all of the anticyclonic gloom as well, hopefully. This is how the GFS 6Z is looking again. A lot of dry weather on Tuesday for England and Wales. Anyway, there will be a little bit of cloud and patchy rain in the northwest of Scotland into Wednesday, Thursday, gradually breaking down that ridge. And it really is Thursday into Friday we bring quite an active weather system in of the Atlantic. It turns wet and windy, and behind that wet and windy weather will actually get quite cold with winds in from the northwest, bringing wintry showers into northern and western parts of the country. This weekend looks unsettled as well. Deep area of low pressure could bring gale force winds and heavy rain on Saturday, and then we're back into cool or cold and showery conditions on Sunday. More wet and windy weather there on Monday. We're getting to day 10 now, which is the 30th of March. Still looking rather unsettled at day 10. Into the extended range with the GFS 6Z, all looking rather flat, rather westy, so further showers if not some longer spells of rain as well, and possibly starting to get a little bit colder as well as you head into the Easter weekend. Looks like the jet stream beginning to move south and starting to align northwest to southeast once again. That's Easter Monday, not what you want to be seeing for Easter Monday. A dartboard low over top of the UK, bringing heavy rain, and that low is going to clear away into the North Sea and with a ridge building in the North Atlantic, would turn wind into the north, so becoming cold over Easter, very wet and turning cold, and probably cold enough for snow in the north. Not what you really want to be seeing for the Easter weekend, but that's what the 6 said is showing. We'll have a look at Easter for the first time tonight with the GFS 12s then. This is how the GM is looking. So again, lots of dry weather on Tuesday, some patchy rain in the northwest, and then gradually turning more unsettled through the course of next week, wet and windy by the end of next week, and then into next weekend. Again, looking unsettled, particularly so in the north and in the northwest. And stays unsettled up to day 10. Further low pressure driving in from off the Atlantic up to the 30th of March. Spells of rain and pretty strong winds. So it definitely looks like a change is coming. So you've been a bit fed up with all of this sort of still, sort of static type weather, where every day has been very samey. It looks like we've got a few more days of that to go, but from around Thursday next week, it looks like changes are on the way and things will liven up. So how the ECM is looking again, breaking down that ridge gradually through the course of next week. But it's really the end of next week that we finally start to turn more unsettled from the Atlantic into next weekend. Being pretty wet and windy there, midnight on Saturday. And then on into day 10, keeping it unsettled. We are drawing up a very mild southwesterly wind here, but there will be spells of rain in the north and in the northwest too. This will be precipitation type forecast based on that ECM run from TibetShow.com. So, of course, initially you're talking about plenty of dry weather. Midweek does bring some rain into the north and west, but not a great deal of it. Later next week, it starts to turn more definitively unsettled, with wet weather pushing across the country through the end of next week. And it turns quite cold behind that rain as well, so showers turn readily to snow, even to low levels perhaps over Scotland by next weekend. Then moving on through in towards day 10, we draw up milder southwesterly winds, but also bring heavy rain into the north and the west as well. As we get to day 10 itself, bouts of rain, particularly so in the north and in the northwest. These are the options on the table within the ECM ensembles today for day 10. Gets us to the 30th of March. We have 21 members of the ECM ensembles with high pressure to our east and southeast. Low pressure is to our west and northwest, and we're drawing up potentially a very mild southwesterly wind. So there will be rain in the north and west, but it should be quite mild. At least it will be mild. And that includes the control and the operational run. 20 members of the ECM ensembles again have low pressure to our northwest, but further north and west, more under high pressure with those. So that's a drier option, still very mild. And then 10 just here have a large ridge of high pressure sitting over and just to the east of the country. They could be drawing up like a very mild or even quite warm southerly type wind there at day 10. In 2 weeks' time, these are the options that we've got. So this is going to get us into the Easter weekend, 4th of April. We have 15 members of the ECM ensembles with low pressure to our north and northwest. In come the westerlies. They're going to be unsettled and Atlantic driven. 13 have us under a ridge of high pressure. That's going to be mainly dry with a jet stream to our north. Should be very spring-like. Another 13 just here, again, under a ridge of high pressure. That should be mostly dry as well. And then 10 just here, going in the same direction as the GFS 6Z, with a mid-Atlantic ridge going towards Greenland, combined with a trough of low pressure to our east. We get the wind, therefore, into the north. Cold and colder and unsettled with those. Only 10 doing that. So the idea that we saw from the GFS 6Z right at the very end, let's go back to it, this idea of a dartboard low exiting into the North Sea and turning wind into the north, combined with a mid-Atlantic ridge, possibly bring colder weather to the northern half of the country anyway, over the East weekend. That idea does have some support within the ECM ensembles actually, but only 10. The majority of these ensemble members are generally mild, especially these two just here, the 13 there and 13 there, so like 25 going for like considerable levels, but pretty dry under fine conditions over the Easter weekend. We shall see how that's all going to resolve itself. Right, CFSB2 lastly, these are 500 millibar heights, break it down down into weekly periods. The first weekly period will take us from the 20th, 26th of March. The coming week will be dominated by high pressure. So going to be a lot of dry weather and should be pretty mild as well. A bit of a change to week 2. It's 27th of March to 2nd of April. The ridge then beginning to slip to the east. Lower pressure coming in from the northwest, maybe reinvigorating the jet stream a little bit, possibly a bit more unsettled and a little bit cooler too. Week 3 is going to be the 3rd to the 9th of April with high pressure back in the ascendancy. Should be plenty of dry and dry sort of spring weather with that. And then another change week 4, it's the 10th to the 16th of April. High pressure then pulls away into the Atlantic and goes over to Eastern Europe with low pressure developing around Iceland. That probably turns more unsettled and probably a bit cooler as well. So that's more towards April showers, I would have thought. Enjoy the video. Please can you smash the like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much, everybody, for doing that. Tell your friends, family, everybody else to subscribe. If everybody who subscribes brings a friend, we'll be able to get to 11,000 subscribers, which is our next sort of ultimate target. Of course. If you do subscribe, you're going to be able to see future weather content. So why not do that and see future weather content by subbing to the channel? And drop a comment. Let us know what you think about this and all of the videos. Thank you so much, everybody, for doing that. Right, so we'll be back later on with the first sort of Easter update. We have talked about Easter in this video, of course, but we're going to have like a detailed day-by-day look from Good Friday to Easter Monday. And that will be coming up for the first time. That will be coming up for you this evening. Tomorrow, we're going to have a summer update. We're going to have Gals Love sitting around. And we'll be live streaming from 6 o'clock in the evening. I think we might show you some long-range Beijing Climate Centre data with that one for summer 2021. So that's all coming up tomorrow, but one more video left for today. For this video, though, that's all for now, and thanks for watching.